Hey, what's up, Good Life? Thanks for joining me for today's 128 moment. Today, I want to ask for your help on a couple of things. I know you got a lot going on in your life. I know we're living in an uncertain time. I know we got school that's coming, and teachers and families are trying to sort out what they're going to do with that. But I need your help on a couple different things. Number one is this. One of the core values of Good Life, one of the things that we wanted to rally around this year, is to be a people who invite others into our lives. Now, I know this is the worst time in the world to be asking somebody to do that. But in the same way, is it not, to a certain extent, maybe the best time to be asking someone into your life? I know it doesn't going to look quite the same as it did before. I know even going to lunch or breakfast or coffee isn't as easy as it once was. But I still think it's what we're supposed to do. Romans 12 talks about us rejoicing with those who rejoice and weeping with those who weep. And in Galatians 6, it talks about bearing each other's burdens. And we as a people, we say it all the time that we are called to share the good news and share life. And we don't do it out of obligation. We do it because we love enough. And we do it because Christ first loved us. So in these times, these uncertain times, maybe inviting people into our lives is what we ought to be focusing on. Let me give you one way to do that. One way is inviting somebody to join you at church. Now, maybe you're not coming to the in-person services, and that's totally fine. I totally get that people are in different places in terms of their comfort or even ability to be able to gather. But maybe invite somebody into your home to watch the online service. Or maybe if you are coming to the in-person services, you sign up a couple extra people, you say, hey, come and join me. Because I think that people are sitting there, maybe those who used to go to church at some point, or maybe at some point in their life, they maybe got close to having an understanding of who Jesus was, but then walked away, got busy, got distracted, whatever the case may be. I think right now, when life is so uncertain, I think it may be the best time to invite people toward the hope, the foundation, the certainty of who Christ is. I think people are looking for something true to hold on to. And so maybe if we're a people who invite others into our lives, maybe we're doing exactly what Jesus wants us to do, and we're meeting people exactly where their needs are as well. So let me encourage you to invite others into your lives, and one way you could do that is by inviting them to join you for church, whether in person or online on Sunday mornings. 9:30 is our online service, in person 9:30 and 11. Just go to our website, reserve some seats. We'd love to have you guys here. Even though we're at limited capacity, it's been a wonderful time being able to worship together. But let me ask one other thing from you. We're about to start a new series, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. This Sunday, we're going to wrap up our Picking Up the Pieces series, looking at the end of the book of Job, looking at how God wraps up Job's story and what we can learn about our times from his ancient struggles, and then the relief that God provides. So join us this Sunday for that. But starting August 16, we're going to start a new sermon series entitled, You Asked For It. And that's not meaning to be confrontational. What it actually is invitational. We're inviting you to help us with that sermon series. And the way we want you to help us is by submitting your questions. This sermon series is going to be in response to the questions that the Good Life family shares. So what we want you to do is this. Pray over it, consider it, like what are the things that are on your heart? Theological questions, practical questions, family questions, workplace questions. We're not putting any boundaries on it. We just want to hear from you. And the way you're going to submit them is through info@goodlifefl.com. You're just going to email it straight to that address. In the subject line, if you would please just put You Asked For It question, so that we'll know exactly what we're looking for there. We have a lot of stuff that comes into that email address, so that would be helpful. And we just want to hear from you. And each week, over a 4-week series, starting August 16, we're going to take one of those questions and we're going to answer it for the church. Now, some Sundays, we might take several smaller questions and summarize or encapsulate them all into one worship experience. Now, we also may take several questions that are similar and put them together as well. Some questions we may address at 128 because they'll fit into that format well. And even other questions, we may just email and answer directly. Regardless, what we want to do is hear what's on your heart and bring biblical truth to the questions we're pondering. We hope it'll be an encouraging time for you. We hope it'll be a time where we as a church family work together to strengthen our faith, to lean into Christ during these times, and to hopefully build some community and hopefully grow in our understanding of who Christ is and who he wants us to be. So we invite you to be a part of that by sending your questions to info@goodlifefl.com, and we thank you in advance for your help. You can send those questions starting right now. We'll start the series on the 16th. You can send those questions starting now, and we look forward to seeing what's on your heart and look forward to seeing what God's Word has to say about those questions. So I love you guys. I miss you guys. Look forward to seeing you, whether online or in person, on Sunday, and we'll see you on Friday at 1:28.